Hey Palmer, hopefully you can hear me here. Did up the market analysis on your house. Sent that to you by email. You should have got that. An RPR company is what I use to do the math. Comes in looking at the neighborhood, sales, square footage, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Looking at a top end price of about 310, give or take a little bit. Depends if I want to fudge the numbers one way or the other, but right around 310 is the max value or max market range. However, when I started looking at the actual neighborhood, we start to see a little bit difference, and maybe the top number isn't where we need to be. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to show you how we actually start looking around things. So this is your house here where this pin is. I'm just going to look out about 1.5 miles to give us a radius. So that's this circle here. And this is going to show everything right now that's active. So every single one of these is a competing house for you. Obviously, I didn't look over here because, why would I? So we're looking at just the residential around here. If we look around, not just active, we look at active under contract, which means someone's ready to buy the house. Coming soon, so it's listed, but we can't see it yet. Pending is also under contract. Why our MLS does two different things, I will never know. But you'll see different things pop up here. So our yellow or our orange, depending on your eyes, those are under contract. Green again is active. There's going to be one or two in here that's active under contract. Shows up as green, and again, I don't know why our MLS does it this way, but it does. If you look at the list, now every house is your main values. Where is the house? It's location, location, location. You've heard it a million times. Let me get rid of these are condos. And then after that, it's how big is your house. So the bigger the house and the best location is going to be worth the most money. We're looking at just single family, so we're going to get rid of a few of these. There we go. So now we'll go back to our list. And then we want to sort things out on size, because again, we're looking in the right area, or the same area. So let's look at size. And now we should be sorted. Our smallest house in the area is 700 square feet, and then we're going to jump way up here quite a bit, 5,200 square feet. Place looks nice. Your house is about 1,300 square feet, so we want to concentrate right in that range. So your house lives right around here or so. What I'm looking at, and one things I'm looking for is right over here. This is our days on market. We're running about 100-day average market time across the entire market. So when I'm seeing things 174 days, 132 days, these are outliers. These have gone beyond average market time for some reason. 31 days, these are brand new to the market. You see we're active everywhere. But this, 563 days, they're having a bad year. So we want to get the most for your house, but we also want to actually get the house sold. So we need to find a balance between how much we're asking for and how long do we want to be on market. If we want it to go away today, we need to price it down quite a bit. If we need to get the absolute every last penny out of it, then we price it high and we expect to see this number go up. Simply because all of these are your actual competing listings. Size, locations, about the same thing. We have 3-4 bedrooms, about the same thing. Start comparing it to condition. So if we look at Lima Drive, it's listed right now at 280. Let me just start looking and, is this a garbage house and that's why it's sitting? Or is it comparable to what we have and we have to expect to see the same results? So we've got dated, we've got pink, we've got carpet, we've got greenish, I guess. I'm not sure what color you want to call that. But block construction, it's a dated house, it needs some love. But it's, again, 280 grand and sitting. This is 200, it's pending, it went under contract in 4 days. Got solar. Don't put solar in your house, by the way, especially if you think you're going to get money out of it. This is a fixer-upper. So there's definitely some love that needs to be done there, but it's priced accordingly. So these extended market times are the concern. And it's entirely up to you what you want to do here. If the longer market time for hopefully getting the better value out of it is where you want to be, then that's absolutely what we will do. If we want to get it done sooner, I'd really suggest coming in and listing below that 310 market value. This was 350, and this one looks nice. This is what I do all day, comparing things and trying to devise strategies here. So we're at 350 on this one. It's under contract. It went under in 21 days, so it went pretty quick. It looks pretty clean, looks pretty dressed up. It's about 1,700 square feet, so it's a bit bigger than yours. Dozier Avenue, 300,000. We see solar again. We see terrible pictures. These were taken with somebody's cell phone. Oh, okay. So this blue tape here, this has been winterized, which in Florida is not a big deal, but that tells me this is a repo house. Yep. So this is a VA repo. But it went under contract 84 days, it looks like, at 300,000, again, just under 1,700 square feet. So what we want to consider, to come back to the point, is our size, which is down here, our competition, because again, you have to think of it, you are in competition with all these other houses, so price-wise, feature-wise, everything else, we want to make sure we have a good competitive house, and then we look at how long has our competition actually been on market. And I'm not seeing even these 280, 290 ranges. A lot actually under contract. I'm seeing just some extended market times. Let's get out of our actives. It was actually sold, so these are going to pop up as the blue dots. There they are. So these are houses that actually closed and sold. And when we're comparing prices, things like that, this is really what we concentrate on. So we're trying to determine how much can we get for the house. It doesn't matter what's active. It doesn't matter what people are asking. None of it matters. The only thing we factor in is what have people actually paid. So if we look at square footage, again, you are right in here. 205, 295, 332, 34 days on market. 225, 12 days on market. 310, which is where we came in at on your CMA. 205 days on market. 8 days on market for 300. Again, bigger. 41, 168 days. 235. So the trend I'm seeing here is definitely below 300 to actually get these things moving. I know this house. I actually had someone put in an offer on this house. A place on a Redwood. I remember that pool. So it's a place on Mulberry. Sold at 287. Looks clean. A little bit of updating with granite countertops. So the location's the same as everything else. Nothing special. Brand new roof prior to closing, so they threw in a new roof when they closed on the house. RV storage, blah blah blah. Original list price $294, sold at $287. So they got an offer pretty quick. So you only have 13 days on market. So they went in at $295. They settled at $287 to get it sold. So anyway, that's a long drawn out way of showing what it is I'm looking at. My recommendation is we look at what the dates and the times and everything else we're looking at here. I'd say definitely we would want to be coming in below that 300 price range, even after getting it cleaned up and getting it polished and ready to go. If we can get it out, so you definitely don't want it to look like a fixer-upper, because then we need to price it accordingly to try to attract attention. But if it gets cleaned up and polished like we discussed a little bit, I would probably still want you coming in below that 300 mark. High 280, low 290 maybe. And then we, again, adjust based on what kind of response we get. If we start getting showings right away, we're probably right where we need to be. If we're not getting anything, then like I said, you want to be aggressive on your price reductions, because you want to do the reductions and get people in moving before it sits on market long enough that you're looking at it in the way a lot of people look at it, which is like this. So if you're house hunting, here's everything in the neighborhood we're looking at, and then we're going to look at it as we're scrolling down and we're looking to see which houses do we want to see. And we get to this house here, that's 270, and the first thing that just went through your mind is what's wrong with it. And there may not be anything wrong with it. They may have just been overpriced and they refused to budge. Looks decent. But there's going to be a stigma there forever and a day of what is wrong with it. And there's a good possibility that they came in entirely too hot. Let's see. Yeah. So we've gone through the prices here. We expired at 250, we expired at 265, we came back on at 270. So they're all over the price range here. They've been bouncing back and forth between 250, 270, but the cumulative time on market, people look at it and say, what's wrong, what's wrong, what's wrong? And we don't want that to happen to you. So anyway, long way to say I'd probably suggest coming in that lower price range to actually get it moving for you. So that this here, 215 grand. It's been on market almost a year. What kind of nightmare is this? This is not good. Those are concrete floors that definitely need polished. But yeah, we don't want that to happen to you. So anyway, that's my suggestion. Let me know what you want to do. We'll get it written up accordingly. But again, my suggestion would be that we price it accordingly, try to get it off your back. That way you're not looking at another year's worth of payments on a house that's just sitting there and slowly dying on you. So anyway, let me know what you want to do, and I will talk to you later.